And I think that's why his action sequences are so good. I mean, he really loves it. He wants them to, you have to have that element of danger. Everybody really has to be on their game. You can't mess around with that stuff. You got to train for it. It's, especially in this thing is so big. And there are certain scenes in this movie where there are so many people involved. I mean, we're being attacked by, sometimes you've got 50 people in a scene all charging in one direction or other and crossing, and it's really intense. So but it's part of the fun, because when you pull that off and you get those action sequences right, and you can tell that it's like you got it, it was great, and also you were this close to eating it. I think that's when you get that energy. The relationship between all four of us is really, really well written and really well kind of crafted. And I love the stuff between Aaron and myself that Kristen plays, just because it's nice to have that. You can't just have the jokes, you can't just have the action. It's like they've got story in there too, which it's satisfying. You watch a movie to get a good story, as well as all the laughs and the action, and it's definitely in this one. I kept hearing he was super nice. I know he was really good. He's done a million movies, but he's so nice. And what I was really shocked is how funny he is. And I know everybody says that when somebody's in a comedy, which is not always true. He's really funny. Like, he's a naturally funny guy, and he's one of the best improvisers I've ever worked with, which that completely threw me, because it can really rattle somebody, and especially like the whole interview scene, which was, I think, his first day. We were doing like 18-minute takes, and it just never. He was never thrown. He was saying some of the strangest stuff, completely in character, and like Kristen and I were like fully crying. There's so much footage of the two of us crying because of what Chris was talking about, and we just kept saying, like, wait a minute, this isn't how we thought this would go. We thought he'd be great. We did not expect to be like holding for 4 minutes while we tried to stop crying, because we were laughing that hard. I was like, boy, that's like the greatest surprise on earth. Seems a little unfair. The stunts are crazy, and the stunt team and Wally, the stunt coordinator, is. I mean, he's remarkable, and that whole stunt team is. I think that's probably going to be the most shocking thing for people, to see the level of stunts, how complicated, how cool everybody looks, and we had the best time. Like that. I mean, God help me, I don't know what it says about me, but I really love all that stunt stuff. I mean, it's like, I'm asking to be like thrown into things. That moment outside the theater where people are like cheering for us, and when Kate holds that trap up and the smoke's coming out of it, like, I don't know why, but it was such a, like, the first time I watched that back, I was like, oh, it's such a big moment. Like, it's for all these underdogs that don't, and I kind of felt like everybody in the crowd was also kind of an underdog. I just thought it was like a really weird, great kind of victorious moment. I was like, they like us because, if you're like a full metalhead, people assume things about you, or like you have a tougher look, and they maybe think you're tough. Just like if you look at, four people in jumpsuits and proton packs, you assume things. And I just love that was the crowd that totally was like, you're all right. I thought it was really kind of a cool statement. There's so many little nods to the first one that I think, it's such an iconic movie that you have to. I mean, New York City is such a big part of that movie, the spirit of the city itself, Times Square, Slimer, the Ecto, the proton packs. A lot of the language we put in there's little lines all throughout the movie where it's, we're definitely showing our love for the first one.